Hey Brand Source members, Caleb Ferguson here for Your Source News. I'm reporting live from the show floor at the Brand Source 2022 convention. Here I am at the Fisher and Paykel booth with Jen and Kevin. How are you guys doing today? How's the show going?
We're doing well. Yes. Yes is the answer. No, it's great. It's been great.
Excellent. We're doing great here. So I'm really excited to meet with you guys. Tell us a little bit about what's new and exciting with your organization. What is something that you want members to know today?
Yeah, I think the big thing for us is just the continued expansion of our line as we push more and more into premium, and it's the journey that we've been on. So like every time we show up at a show, and you'll see some examples behind us, but we've got continuing new entrants to the portfolio, both indoor and outdoor, because we've got Fisher and Paykel inside. We've got DCS outdoor. I mean, we are the OG in DCS. We invented that platform, and then we kind of went dormant for a few years. Lynx and others in the competitive space really got some name brand recognition, and we're here to retake what's rightfully ours. So investing heavily in the outdoor as well as the indoor. So my message is, come to the shows, always come by and see us, because we're, for the continuing future, going to have a lot of great stuff coming.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what are some of the best opportunities for our members to be able to maximize sales and profitability in the market right now?
Yeah, Jen, you want to take that?
Yeah, sure. I think what's really important is to focus on those package sales and think about in the premium space, it is about the full kitchen experience for the customer and really offering that service and that white glove luxury service they're expecting. And also don't forget about the younger consumer coming in, how we really think about bringing that new consumer into luxury, what are their choices, the beauty of choice that they're expecting in products, and the different features they're expecting. So really thinking beyond maybe what was and what is to be.
Yeah, I'd add on to that. You know, there's a lot of talk here about what's happening in the marketplace, and Jim Ristow gave a great opening speech and thinking about, you know, facing our fear and leaning into it and making the right choices and owning it essentially. But one of the things he even said is, you know, the segment of the business that we play in, even while other parts are constricting, that premium customer is really, we'll use the R word, recession proof. So while you're having to tighten up in some areas of the business, but lean into these opportunistic areas because there's still money there, people are still going to do the remodel, think about packages, and so it's a great opportunity for everybody that participates there to lean into that one a bit more.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have a really good pulse on what the customer is looking for right now, even in the market. So let's shift a little bit and talk about what your ideal partnership is looking like with our members right now. What does your relationship look like that it ends up being a win-win for both you and our members?
Yeah, Chad and the group had a great format for the first time, I think it was yesterday. And what they did was called the Luxury Council, and those formats as they evolve. And that was one of the questions that was asked, like, hey, what does this look like if you're in premium, and how do we partner with each other? And really the answer is, in premium, there's no single template for every market. So what it really takes is those in the market that are invested in a premium, and for all of you inside Brand Source, you know, you've got a great mentoring group here that are already in, you know, the Albert Lees of the world, the Yales of the world, the Dons of the world. Like we can just go down and name them that will have a finger on the pulse of what you have to be doing. And then by association, the way that we'll line up and partner with you, because there's a host of touch points that you got to do: displays, activation with the specifier, designer, architect community, all the reach outs that you do there, the marketing that you do a little bit differently. So all right, I'm going to settle down now. But there's a lot of stuff, but that ideal partnership is really about being in an old school sense, belly to belly, and going, what really works for you in the market? How do you activate? And then how do we fit into that footprint that's not a one size fits all? It's very market specific.
So for either of you guys, what do you need to get out of convention this year in order for it to be successful for Fisher and Paykel?
Yeah, it's always the quality of the conversations that we have here. And I told John and Jim and a few others that stopped by earlier, the efficiency and the productivity for us as a vendor here are unbelievable. So we show up in full force because in a short amount of time, like your members do, we get a good read and a pulse on what's going on across the country and with the members. We get to have good one-on-one relationships and conversations, not surfacey like, hey, what's going on, bro, but like down into like, what are we specifically doing? So I'd say from both sides, like, we got to continue to use convention as an opportunity to connect meaningfully and then knock out those couple things that may be obstacles or opportunities and just action around them as we leave here.
Yeah. Anything you want to add to that, Jen?
Yeah, I would say the platform for some of those discussions is really important as well, as we really push and challenge ourselves. I mean, that opening speech was great because it really set the tone for the conversations that we can have as a partner as well. So I do think that forum, to be able to do that, having the Lux Council, having this really pushing into marketing, into websites, into that business model evolution is important.
Yep. Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, hey, thank you guys so much for your time. We really appreciate it. For Jen and Kevin from Fisher & Paykel, I'm Caleb Ferguson with Your Source News. Thanks so much for watching and enjoy the rest of your convention.